We have a star. This is the junior men's C2. Nice start right now. That is Mississauga in lane number 4, having a great start. Out there in lane 7, Point Claire looking good as well. Missy and Point Claire look to be leading this thing. 8, that's Lacbois Paul, Dallaire Nadoro as well, having a good race. But it's 4 and 7. And again, top 3 boats and 3 fastest times. Nice, strong race here, folks. Mississauga is going to take this. Point Claire is going to grab second. And lane 8, that's Lacbois Paul, will be third. A battle for fourth right now. Boat 6 and 5. Looks like Rito might have grabbed it there. Lane 6, Connor O'Neill, Adam Richard. We will need to boat control. 2, 3, and 5 to boat control, please. 2, 3, and 5 to boat control. Great race, Murfield Yee and Lucas Trimble from Mississauga. Top 3 boats and 3 fastest times will advance to the finals this afternoon. We have a crowd down here, though, today. A big crowd of excited folks. Second heat of the race 288 men's C2, junior men's C2, 200 meters. And Shannon Miles, lane 3, Wascana, Don Anderson, Robin Kendall. Lane 4, Masqua, Brett Himmelman and Philippe La Liberté. Lane 5, Toilivier, Edouard Beaumier and Alexandre Martin. Lane 6, Fort, Noah Said and Omar Said. Saeed, and lane 7, Bunnock, Brendan Canning and Samuel Damour. And here they are, folks. Great race. Tight across the board. Toilivier looking strong. Masqua looking strong. And in lane 2, that's Wascana right now, the home club. Again, top 3 and 3 fastest times will move on. It looks like it's going to be too close to call, but it will be Toilivier, Masqua, and Wascana coming across the line. They will all advance to the final. And a bit of washout there that some of the athletes in the back are battling. We will need boats 2, 4, and 7 to boat control, please. 2, 4, and 7 to boat control. Right, we're taking this one back up to the 500-meter mark. 2 minutes to start. Right now, we've got 3 heats. This is the U18 Women's K2 500 meters. It is the Olympic distance in this race. Will be hotly contested. 27 boats from across the country. 54 women kayakers at the U18 category. One to watch in this one, folks. Heat number 1, we have Bannock, Karis McMurray and Rain Myers. Lane 2, Rito, Sarah Mercero and Emma Rainboth. Lane 3, Saskatoon, Raya Cuthill and Makina McCauley. Lane 4, Micmac, Adri Liliosand and Georgia Tusigno. Lane 6, Burnaby, Mika Asano and Katrina Lutet. Lane 7, Richmond Hill, Grace Tassides and Emma Zoldi. Lane 8, Pointe-Claire, Brianne Bedard and Lena Bordeaux Raposo. And then Lane 9, Sonobi, Maya Jane Cowper and Taylor Ferguson. And just a note here, in Lane 4, Adri Liliosand and Lane 5, Maren Bradley, they raced together in the K2 500 meters at Junior World. So a fun one to watch as they go head-to-head against each other. A great thing you get to see as many of our national team members get a chance to compete against each other at national championships. Should be a great race to watch. Again, first of 3 heats. And we'll get a sense here. It does look like Rito right now in Lane 5. Lane 4 having a good race. That's Micmac, as expected, in Lane 4 as well. Lane 6 hanging in. Burnaby, Mika Asano, and Katrina Lutet. We've heard their name a number of times over the course of this regatta. Lane 1 looking strong, folks. That's Bannock, Karis McMurray, and Rain Myers having a great race. And top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on to the finals. Top 2 and the 3 fastest times will move on. And again, that is Lane 1. Karis McMurray, Rain Myers. I know there's some fans here in Regina cheering them on. Lane 7, Richmond Hill. That's Grace and Emma having a great race. And Lane 6 as well, Burnaby hanging in. Don't overlook that boat in Myers. And right now it is Rito in lane number 5, Conrad and Bradley. And it will be Rito. That's Bannock in lane number 1 will grab that second spot. And it looks like lane 6. That's Burnaby. Lane 4, Micmac. And lane number 7, Richmond Hill. And we will need boats 3, 4, and 5 to boat control, please. Getting ready right now for heat number 2, race 290 of the U18 women's K2 500 meters. In lane number 1, we have Burloak, Julia Booth, and Erica Olson. Also in lane 2 from Burloak, Catherine Dalton and Eva Looper. Lane 3, Burnaby, Lauren Coe, and Shayla Tom. Lane 4, Lachine, Florence Turcotte, and Ali Wong. Lane 5, Richmond Hill, Angelina Davidson, and Katie Stewart. Lane 6, Sonobi, Lily Bert, and Anna O'Brien. Lane 7, Trois-Rivières, Florence Croteau and Océane Marchand. Lane 8, Carlton Place, Emily Best and Gabby Lavarette. And in lane 9 from Lachine, Charlotte Bray and Marie-Pierre Halle. And ones to watch here, Richmond Hill, Angelina Davidson, Katie Stewart have been strong all regatta. Florence Turcotte and Ellie Wong, I believe, were on the podium in the 1,000 meter, K2 1,000 meter. And of course, Sonobi, Lily Bert and Anna O'Brien won this race last year in Sherbrooke when it was a U7. in the K2 event. So ones to watch there in lane number 6. And we've got a star. This is heat number 2, race 290, women's K2 500 meters. And again, top 2 and the 3 fastest overall times from these 3 heats will move on to the final. A couple of quick starts as expected in lane number 4. That is Lachine, Turcotte, and Wong. 4, 5, and 6 tight across the board. Lane 2 looks to be having a good race. That's Burloak as well. Halfway through, it looks like up there in the lead positions right now. Lane 9, Lachine as well, the second Lachine boat, also having a pretty strong race. And again, lane 2, they're hanging in Catherine Dalton, Eva Looper from Burloak. Lane 4 is that red kayak, Lachine. Those orange pitties, that's Richmond Hill. And right now, Sonobe, as predicted by your announcer, would be having a strong race. Lily Barrett, Anna O'Brien up there as well. It is right now Lachine and Sonobe in those 2 spots. That's that white kayak, the blue jerseys, the white visors that O'Brien and Barrett love to wear in racing. And Lachine, Wong, and Turcotte. We have one tip, unfortunately. Right now it is 4 and 6. Neck and neck, top 2. And it will be Lachine, Florence Turcotte, and Ali Wong. They will take this in lane number 6. That's Sonobe. And right now in lane 5, good race from Richmond Hill. Might be enough to get them through to the final. Again, top 2 and top 3 fastest times will move on. And we do need 2, 5, and 9 to boat control, please. 2, 5, and 9 to boat control. That we have the junior dance on tonight and the senior dance. You can pick up your tickets at the Sask Energy tent. Junior and senior dance tickets can be picked up at the Sask Energy tent. A reminder for junior attendees, you must have a club chaperone. So if you've got young people from your club attending, we need you to have a club chaperone at the junior dance this evening from each club. And also pick them up at the Sask Energy tent. Senior dancers are going to need your ID. That's expected. But again, if you have at the junior dance, we will need a chaperone from each club at the dance. And senior athletes, make sure you bring your ID. All tickets, if you've ordered them online, you can pick them up at the Sask Energy tent. I believe that was lane 4. Lauren Cohen, Shayla Tom. Lane 3, Burnaby rather. That Had that tip, unfortunately. Looks like they're fine. Brisk swim this morning in Lake Wascana. It does look like the ice is now off the race course, so clear racing conditions for us through the course of the day. We're getting ready for heat number 3, women's K2 500 meters. Lane 1, we have Chima, Ashley Oda, and Riley Gray. Lane 2, Burloak, Brooke Westwater, and Anya Willis. Lane 3, Trois-Rivières, Marie-Félix Coschain, and Frédéric Lemire. Lane 4, the home. Lane 5, False Creek, Abigail Donaldson and Eliza Robson Brown. Lane 6, Rito, Chloe Martin and Jess Redden. Lane 7, Bannock, Emily Monroe and Emily Parsons. And in Lane 8, False Creek, Jill Esseltine and Emma Gertin. And in Lane 9, Orenda, Kiera Cassidy and Grace Firth. We have a start. Doesn't look like we've got a start from Lane 8 right now. Lane 3 looking good. That's Trois-Rivières. Looks right now like 3, 5, 6, and Micmac out there. Sorry, that's that's Bannock out there in lane number 7, having a strong race. Emily Monroe and Emily Parsons. We'll see as they come up to the 200-meter mark. Now that will make it first. Bannock in lane 7 and tight across the board for that second spot with lane 6, lane 5, and lane number 3 to grab that guaranteed move-up spot into the final this afternoon, K2 Women's 500 meters. Bannock looking strong. Monroe and Parsons. Right now, that is Rito and False Creek battling it out for that second spot. Rito, False Creek, and Trois-Rivières. Bannock solid there in boat 7, lane 6, that's Rito. 5, False Creek, and lane 3, Trois-Rivières. We'll be tight here at the final. See how this one finishes up, folks. It will be Bannock grabbing that first spot, and it looks like Rito in second, Trois-Rivières in third. Great race. Great race from Bannock. Check the CKC web app. They have all the official times and advancements we will need from that race. Lanes 1, 4, and 9. To boat control, please. 1, 4, and 9. Big hand there for lane 4. Wascana, Mackenzie Miller, Aisha Sparrowhawk. Our host club having a great regatta. And great to see our Wascana athletes doing well out here at the National Championships. But they are off to boat control. 1, 4, and 7 to boat control. We have a course pick right now, folks. It is 9:16. We are back at 9:36 with the women's U18 women's C2 200 meters. The women's C2 200 meters resuming at 9:36 is our next race. Folks, we're back on. We need Robin Kendall to the tower, please, from Wascana. Robin Kendall to the tower, please. And I know we've been watching here our live stream feeds. David Fortier, Michael Forbes, thank you for your feedback. I understand we're doing our best here on the camera work. Unfortunately, there were with the server, not a technical issue here on course, but with the server, we've got one camera back up now and operational and doing our best to make sure as we're showing the races that we are scanning back to give people a perspective. The great thing, of course, is that you have excellent announcing up here in the booth that will call the races. So if you can't see your boat, I'll do my best to call it. So parents following at home, thank you for the applause on that one. But we do have top-notch announcing all day long, calling these races in a deep, leathery tone. It was great I had a chance there at the course break to walk around the course and people saying, you know, the announcing's excellent. I said, well, I'm kind of a big deal. I'm sort of a somebody. Of course, I announce professionally. One of my favorite sayings. I do that almost daily at the Sobeys on Wellington Street in Ottawa. So Michael Forbes, we do hear you're working on that camera. Make sure we've got great camera shots. We've got Fonthill and Cleveland tuning in. I know we had someone down in the Caribbean riding out that hurricane, watching those K4 races earlier today. And we are getting ready for heat number 1. The women's C2 200 meters. Should be an exciting race as they come up to the line. And again, just as you're watching this morning, this will be first. Again, in the 2 heat races, the advancements are top 3, and the 3 fastest times will move on to the final. We've got 5 boats in this first race, and as they come to the line, we will back off the mic. It isn't radio silence. We just are closer at this point. Again, my voice carries over the water, and we don't want to interfere with the starters as they call these races, so we will be quiet as the racers pull up to the start line. But right now, as they get ready to go, we have in lane 2, Pointe-Claire, Danielle Pugsley and Katrina Stork. Yes, Pointe-Claire, great cheering. Lane 3, Mississauga, Lily Armstrong and Brooke Barrich. Lane 5, Cascade, Sophie Bird and Sophia Jensen. Lane 6, Calgary, Ava Hampshire and Abigail Vanderwee. In Sakawa, Olivia Fogarty and Anya Pouliot. Of course, most folks who have been involved in the sport for a while know Sophia Jensen, 3-time junior world gold medalist this year, folks, in Romania. One of the stars of canoe in the sport here in Canada and around the world, Sophia Jensen from Cascade. And they are off. Out of the gate, Mississauga looking good. That's Mississauga in lane 3, Cascade in lane 5. Again, Mississauga, another place with another club with a fantastic canoe program. No surprise there, obviously, Katie Vincent's influence on the paddlers at Mississauga. But it is Cascade in lane number 5, Mississauga in lane number 3 right now in those top 2 spots. And out there in lane 7, Sakawa, Fogarty, and Pouliot having a good race. Again, top 3 and the 3 fastest times of these 2 heats will move on. And Bird and Jensen from Cascade in lane 5. Armstrong and Barrich from Mississauga in lane 3. It will be 5, 3, There's over 100 people right now following us. If you are on the live stream, do let us know. We love to see where you're watching. Let us know where you are, where you're watching, who you're cheering for. We'll try and pass it on when we can. But great to see that we've got the live stream back up and operational. And it's a lot of fun to be announcing here in the tower. We've got people engaging with you online and passing on those best wishes to your paddlers out there on the course today. Great to see. And we're getting ready for heat number 2. U18 women C2 200 meters. Lane 2, Trois-Rivières, Marie-Félix Cochin and Leah-Sophie Elou. Lane 3, Chima, JC Grant and Sloan McKenzie. Lane 4, Burloak, Kate Pennyfather and Tegan Tyrell. Lane 5, Arito, Clara Gibbon and Meredith Munn. Lane 6, Lac-Beauport, Sabrina McPherson and Emma Ewell. We'll point out in Lane 4, Burloak, Kate Pennyfather won silver in the C2 500 meters at the Junior Worlds in Romania earlier this summer. So Kate won to watch here, and the Burloak crew in lane number 4. And we've got to start. Lane 2 off to a good start, folks. That's Chima in lane 2. They're having a great race. And out there in lane 7, Lac-Beauport aussi. And right now it looks like Lac-Beauport, folks, in lane 6. Cadoret and Nadeau. Chima having a good race. Mississauga, Chima looking strong. That's Grant and McKenzie. And it's going to be Chima, JC. We're also being broadcast live on CKTV in Hungary. That's Canoe Kayak Television in Hungary, where it's nonstop 24/7 canoe kayak action all day long, every day on CKTV, the most popular TV channel in Hungary, being broadcast live there right now. It's channel. I'm getting ready for the Open Men's IC4 200 meters. Will be a fast race, folks. This is lane 3, Otterburn, Maxime Comte, Antoine Laliberté, Jean-Michel Laliberté, Nicolas Steinel. Lane 4, Rito, Ensby Brulé, Stephen Frodsham, Drew Hodges, and Adam Richard. Lane 5, Mississauga, Evan Bessemer, Doug Ellery, Kieran Murphy, Laliberté, Pierre-Luc Laliberté, and Jonathan Pike. And lane 7, Cascade, Adrian Ball, Ivan Jensen, Adam Mayo, and Ty Whitehouse. And they're off, folks. It's going to be a good one. IC4, 200 meters. Heat number 1. First of 2 heats. Top 2 will move on. It looks like Missy Masquan, Rito. All tight, folks. Missy looks like they're going to grab it. It looks like it's going to be to boat control. Folks, so we've got on the line here, we've got cheering for Brooke Barrich, Mississauga, cheering on Sarah from Vancouver, cheering on Kelly Lothian, cheering on, that's Brooke's aunt. And East Coast Paddler has been on, she's been watching the feed the entire, she's like Doris Davidson watching this nonstop. Jordan McCumber cheering on Sakawa. They're up in Heat 2. 5 boats in this race. Sakawa, Lane 3, Matthew Gray, Tyler Laidlaw, James McPhee, Christopher McPherson, Lane 4, Sonobi, Nick Barrett, Connor Fitzpatrick, Mark James, and Peter Lombardi. Lane 5, Lac Bopar, Alexis Dallaire, Medalik Deloche, Alexander Demishkovich, Shannon Miles, Stefan Richard, and Michael Stevenson. In Lane 7, Sakawa again, Noah Avery Gray, Austin Cleveland, and Michael Fleet, and AJ O'Connell. They're up to the line, folks. Again, top 3 and the 3 fastest times will move on to the final. And we've got to start. Should be a quick one here. Looks like right now that is in Lane 4, Sonobi. Longer distance, and it will be Sonobi right now, Lac Bopar. Four, 5, and 6 to boat control, please. 4, 5, and 6 to boat control. And we are getting ready for the Open Women's K4. 200 meters. Again, will be hotly contested. We've got 2 heats, so it will be, again, top 3 and 3 fastest times. In Lane 2, we've got Micmac, Jane Gergelis, Malena James, Julia Liliosend, and Georgia Tousignan. Well, check that. Julia, normally a canoer. We have Lane 3, Chima, Katie Laird, Laura McKinnon, Riley Melanson, and Michelle Russell from Chima. Of course, Michelle back from the World Championships. And Maddie Schmidt, Davison and Schmidt, also on Team Canada. Lane 5, Trolivia, Antheliane Langlois, Madison McKenzie, Kaisha Thomasek, and Sarah Vega Dubois. I believe Sarah and Antheliane raced in Pan Am's and the Worlds as well. Balmy Beach, Lane 6, Hilly Plant, Sam Stein, Courtney Stott, and Sam Sula Courtney in that K4 at the World Championships. Lane 7, Trolivia, Beatrice Lafontaine, Maxime Leblanc, Ossiane Marchand, Rosalie Tremblay. And in Lane 8, Lachine, Charlotte Bray, Marie-Pierre Halle, Florence Turcotte, and Ali Wong. Already saw Florence and Ali this morning in the women's K2 500 meters. They've qualified for the final in that race. First of 2 heats. Again, top 3 and 3 fastest times on to the final Open Women's K4 500 meters. 200 meters. Looks right now, as expected, Trois-Rivières looking strong in Rito and Bami. And out there in lane 8, Lachine not giving up either, folks. Trois-Rivières right now has got the lead. It is Trois-Rivières, Rito, Bami, Lachine. Chima having a good race. But Trois-Rivières right now coming through, they will. And we will need boats 3, 5, and 8-2 boat control, please. 3, 5, and 8-2 boat control. We're getting ready for heat number 2, race 297. In lane 2 from Cascade, we've got Sophie Bird, Hannah Boehm, Genevieve Griffin, and Sophia Jensen. Shane, Eliane Desselo, Leon Gilbert, and Anne-Catherine Lavallée-Latour. In lane 4, Masqua, Ashley Card, Alexa Irvin, Anna Nagulik, and Morgan Pug-Toole. In lane 5, Richmond Hill, Angelina Davidson, Maria Ivanov, Grace Tausides, and Emma Zoldi. We know Emma's mom's here. She'll be watching. Lane 6, Ottawa, Sierra Fallis, Priya Gugliani, Julia Kennedy, and Jen LaBay. Lane 7, Sakawa, Ocean, Lushman, Emily McPherson, Lily McPherson, and Megan McNeil. And in lane 8, from Orenda, Kira Cassidy, Grace Firth, Kaylin O'Connell, and Abby Peddle. Molly Rusnick Short giving some shout-outs there online, watching the live stream. William Erith, again, he appreciates the fact that we're getting a bit more of the course. Molly Rusnick Short also. Some cheering on for Sakawa coming in, no doubt from Atlantic, Canada. Nothing better, folks, than be sitting back on your deck, wherever you are around the world, sipping on your coffee Saturday morning, watching the races here from Lake Wascana, Regina, 2019 CKC National Sprint Championships, Day 5, the final day. We're staying classy. And we've got to start the heat number 2, race 297. Open women's K4, 200 meters. Again, Trois-Rivières off strong here. Masqua as well, looking good. Richmond Hill, those are the orange jerseys. Masqua looking strong, though. Card, Irvin, Nagulik, and Pug-Toole. They're laying one down here, folks, right now. Masqua. They're letting folks know they will be one to contend with in the final. Masqua through in first, Trois-Rivières in second. Richmond Hill in third. They'll grab those guaranteed 3 spots. Lane 6, that's Balmy Beach. Lane number 2, that is Sophia Jensen at the back of the lead, the kayak in lane number 2. I didn't know if that was a typo. I didn't know. But great to see our canoeer Sophia Jensen back-to-back racing, just like Julia Lilios in the race before. So some canoers having some fun. Great to have, I got to say, great to have some of our smaller clubs fielding these big crews in the K4s, in the IC4s with athletes racing in sports that they aren't normally doing. So fun to see. And they're getting sent to boat control. Cascade, lane 2 to boat control. Richmond Hill and Orenda. No doubt thrown off by the folks in that boat. They're off to boat control. 2, 5, and 8 in race number 297. Getting ready now for the, what do we got? Junior men's K2 200 meters. 9 boats in this race. And folks, we've got in total 26 boats over 3 heats. So it will be top 2 and the 3 fastest times that will advance to the finals this afternoon. Junior men's K2 200 meters. Race number 1, we've got Micmac, Daniel Clattenburg, and Carson Leslie Spruill. Lane 2, Greater Edmonton, Jeremy Bennett and Andrew Drotsky. Lane 4, Bannock, Alex Canning and Ian Godette. Lane 5, Saskatoon, gives me a chance for more Saskatoon jokes. Sean Myden and Colin Regier. Lane 6, False Creek, Patrick Dan and Cohen Duvall. Lane 7, Pointe-Claire, Jeremy D'Souza and Nicolas Tillion. Lane 8, Ridge, Matthew Kohler and Sam Rosenthal. And in Lane 9, Saskatchewan, Caleb Gray and Aidan McCumber. And we've got to start. Looks right. Oh, look at lane 1, folks. Holy cow, that's Micmac out there in lane 1. Lane 4, that is Bannock. Pointe-Claire looking good out there as well. These guys are going. That's a life jacket there too in lane 4, folks. So, and it will be lane 4. Bannock is going to take this, and it looks like lane 1 is going to grab that second spot. I think they got it. That's Micmac. Bannock and Micmac, no strangers to each other, grab those top 2 spots. And we will need 1, 5, and 8 to boat control, please. 1, 5, and 8 to boat control. As we get ready for heat number 2, junior men's K2 200 meters, we've got 9 boats in this race. Starting off in lane 1, Toba, Aaron Lemke, and Mike Maximiak. Lane 2, Mississauga, Anil Poisson and Christian Spring. Carlton Place and Thomas Paquette. Lane 4, Trois-Rivières, James Lavallée and Alexandre Lamartin. Lane 5, Balmy Beach, James Mann and Christopher Mahak. Lane 6, Micmac, Brady Beaver and Paul Lapierre. Lane 7, Nanaimo, Spencer Robinson and Aidan Tabata. Lane 8, Lachine, Luc-Antoine Boucher and Dominique Gomez-Granger. And in lane 9, Trois-Rivières, Jérôme Lemay and Christophe Proux. And gotta love the folks following along here at home. Up now, clearly, the live cast, the live stream, the announcing. It's exciting viewing television. The numbers keep on going up and up. We started off with about 100 people watching. We're now up over 150. If you're watching us on the live stream, let us know where you're watching. Enter the live chat. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out here on the feed. Great to see, have all that engagement and support for our athletes here racing in Regina. We've got to start to heat number 2. Strong start by Micmac right now. Lauren Leslie cheering them on. She'd like to see that. Trois-Rivières, of course, always strong in men's kayak. They're in lane 4, and they are bringing the heat, folks. It is right now Trois-Rivières and Micmac, 4 and 6. Balmy Beach giving chase. Lachine out there in lane number 8, also looking strong. But it will be in lane 4. Across the finish line in lane 6, Micmac will take second and guarantee themselves a spot. That's lane 6, Balmy Beach in third. They might have enough to get on to the final, but top 2 in the 3 fastest times will move on to the final in the men's K2 200 meter. And we will need boats 1, 4, and 7 to boat control, please. 1, 4, and 7 to boat control. And we're getting ready for our final heat, heat number 3. It is race, can you believe this, folks? Race 300 of the CKC Sprint National Championships. A big one, race 300. That's the last time we will cross over the 100 number mark. I'm just talking, or I don't know why I'm saying that. Right now, here in Regina, 8 boats in this race. Lane 1, Nanaimo, Matteo Buste, and Michael Lanyon. Lane 2, Sonobi, David LeBlanc, and Scott Letchford. Lane 3, Pointe Claire, Guillaume Fournel, and Angelique Darrow. Lane 4, Rito, Brian Davey, and Alex Hoffrick. Lane 5, Fort, Elliot Hoyt, and Ben Munch. Lane 6, Wascana, Simon Chambers Crease, and Simon Fence, the home club. Let's hear a lot of love for Wascana as they come down the course. Lane 7, Rito, Ben Lacroix, and Chris Tabry. And in Lane 8, Calgary, Brody Johnson and Trinity Trach. Trinity had a couple of great races yesterday in the para races and, of course, represented Canada earlier this month at the World Championships. Great to see Trinity in this race here in the K2. And we have a start, Heat 3. Junior men's K2, 200 meters. Lane 6, Wascana looking good right now. That's Pointe Claire as well, Lane 3. Rito in Lane 4. Right now, looks like Pointe Claire's race. They've gotten 3. Looks like Rito in 4. And it will be a heck of a race here right now from Pointe Claire coming across the line. It'll be Pointe Claire. Rito will grab second. It looks like in third spot will be Wascana. Might be enough for Wascana to move on to the finals in Lane 6. They grab third. Again, top 2 in the 3 fastest times overall will move on to the finals in the junior men's K2 200 meters. And we will need boats 2, 5, and 8 to boat control, please. 2, 5, and 8. All right, we take it down now. U18 men's K2 200 meters. This is the U18 men's K2 200 meters. Again, 3 heats. In total, 26 boats in these races. We have Chima, Matthew Audace, and Xavier Levasseur. In Lane 2, False Creek, Hunter Nival, and Nolan Tomaselli. Lane 3, Greater Edmonton, Harris Swalla, and Jason Watamanuk. Lane 4, Trois-Rivières, Nathan Coney, and Laurent Lavigne. Lane 5, Ottawa, Colin Drain and Ben Moiser. Lane 6, Bonuk, Thomas Cox, and Jack Hall. Lane 7, Mississauga, Sebastian Krasnowski, and Hayden Kralek. And in Lane 8, Rito, Shane Mahoney, and Patrick Santos Curry. I know we've had folks tuning in from the Caribbean right now. We're cheering on the 12. I tell you, it's been some exciting races today. But, you know, and we've had some very exciting races over the course of the last few days. Yet to have the most exciting race of the day. In fact, the thing is today, most of the races today are going to be the second most exciting race of the day. Because I do know what is the most exciting race of the day. We'll call it a little later on. People are wondering and looking. Clean up on aisle 9. We've got to start right now, folks. They're off. Looks right now out there in lane 7. Bannock again, having good races this morning. Lane 1 also looking strong. Chima. Lane 7, that's Missy. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on. Missy coming on strong here in lane number 7. Too close to calls. We got a spread out. Chima here in 1. We got 1, 6, and 7 all looking good in this race. Top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on. Folks, this is a close one. Watch this one as they come across. It looks like it is going to be, it looks like it was 6-7-1. Chima, Mississauga, 6 was Bannock, 7 Mississauga, and 1 Chima. Again, all results are unofficial from the tower. I would urge you to look on the CKC web app for the official times. But it looked that one was 6 Bannock, 7 and 1 top 2, and the 3 fastest times from these heats will move on to the final. We've got heat number 2 coming up in lane 1, Sonobi, James Aerith Elwood, and Tyler Myers. Gugliani and Stefan Dafiu. Lane 4, Micmac, Carson, Leslie Spruill, and Adam Scott. Done golfing for the week, obviously. 5, Ridge, Edward Colhoun, and Alexander Dmitriev. Lane 6, Lac Beauport, Arnaud Dallaire, Jeremy DeRossi, MacArthur. Lane 7, Calgary, Dawson Hutchison, Brody Johnson. Lane 8, Trois-Rivières, Louis Blanchette, and Mathieu Gilbert. Lane 9, Masqua, Brad Bryant, Adam Giles. And from that last race, we needed 2, 3, and 5 to boat control. False Creek, Greater Edmonton, Ottawa to boat control. 2, 3, 5 to boat control. We get ready here for heat number 2. Just a reminder about the junior and senior dance tickets. You can pick them up at the Sask Energy tent if you've ordered them or need to buy them. And also, as they come to the line, we do have a special ceremony at 11:30 today honoring our national team athletes this year. You've had fantastic performances at the Senior and Junior Worlds and at the Pan Am Championships. There's going to be a ceremony here just on the dock at 11:30, so we'd ask if you just before our final morning races at 11:30, we're having a ceremony to honor our national team athletes here at Nationals. And we've got to start race 302, heat number 2. Again, solid across the board. 1, 4, 6 looking strong. 8, 9 looking strong. 6, that's Lac Beauport. Lane 8, lane 9, that's Trois-Rivières and Masqua. Lac Beauport right now with the lead. Lane number 6. Lane 1 looking good as well. That's Sonobi. It looks like lane number 6 will grab it. Lane 1 looks like they might have snuck in there, folks, and grabbed that second spot. Sonobi. Lane 8, Trois-Rivières. Again, all results unofficial from the tower. Do check your CKC web app. We will need 2, 6, and 9 to boat control. 2, 6, and 9 to boat control. And again, just a quick announcement. Junior and senior dance tickets are available in the Sask Club that will be attending the dance this evening. If you've ordered your tickets online, you can also pick those up at the Sask Energy tent this morning. And there will be a ceremony here. We would ask those parents and athletes here on the dock at 11:30, honoring our national team athletes at 11:30. We certainly would appreciate your support and recognition of them. That will be done by CKC, Ian Mortimer, and the crew doing that ceremony. We're now going to be for our last race, 303, in the U18 men's K2 200 meters. 9 boats in this race. Starting off in lane 1, Cascade, Quinn Ball, and James Griffin. Lane 2, Point Claire, Justin Levine and Emile Prou. Lane 3, Mississauga, Aidan Davis and Nick Chinchini. Lane 4, Burloak, Adam Baird and Liam O'Hara. Lane 5, Toba, Simon Hunt and Sasha Skierzik. Lane 6, False Creek, Marvin Bader and Lucas Mortensen. Lane 7, Bannock, Matthew Pyle and Long. And in lane 9, Sakawa, Rowan Gray and Aidan McCumber. I know we've had some fans from Aiden's parents or siblings online cheering on Aiden in lane 9. And Emile Prou from Pointe Claire. We've got Ottawa fans from Emile that they may be tuning in as well. If we've got Marcel, his uncle, tuning in from Ottawa for Emile Prou from Pointe Claire in lane number 2. Riley Hoyt following along. Leah McDonald. Go Aiden, go Rowan. She's watching from Nova Scotia. And we've got to start. Here we go. These are close races again. 4 is off strong. Burloak, Baird and O'Hara looking good. Lane 2 also looking good. That's Pointe Claire in lane 2. Across the board, good one though, folks. False Creek out there. Looks like Bannock in lane 7. 4. Looks like 4-7-2. Too close to call on this one right now, folks. Burloak looking good. It's going to be 4. And then wow, this is going to be tight here for that second spot, folks. It looks, whoa, too close to call. It might have been. Again, results unofficial until you check the CKC web app. But I thought that was for Pointe Claire in lane 2. Might have just grabbed that second spot. And lane 7 again. Top 2 boats in each heat and the 3 fastest times will move on to the finals in the U18 men's K2 200 meters. We need 1, 4, and 8 to boat control, please. 1, 4, and 8 to boat control. And we're going to take things back down the line to the 500-meter mark. That's the end of our 200-meter races this morning, folks. 10:09. Our next race begins at 10:33 with the senior women's K2 500 meters. So again, we do 500 meters. Again, if you haven't picked up your junior or senior dance tickets, they are available in the Sask Energy tent. And we do have a ceremony here on the dock at 11:30 for those of you to check out, recognizing, honoring our national team athletes who've done great things across the country and around the world this year. A CKC reception or event right here on the dock at 11:30. We're back at 10:32. All right, folks, we are back online up at the top of the course. Senior women's K2, 500 meters, 3 heats. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest boats will move on. In lane 2 in this heat, we have Orenda, Kaylin O'Connell, and Abby Peddle. Toba, Emily Hunt, and Beth Johnson. Lane 5, Tolivia, Eliane Desaulles, and Madison McKenzie. Lane 6, Burloak, Emma Burkholder, and Anya Chupras. Lane 7, Tolivia, Charlotte Boisvert, and Beatrice Lafontaine. And in lane 8, Balmy Beach, Sydney Doidge, and Grace Rocket. And there isn't a better name in paddling than Grace Rocket out there in lane number 8 from Balmy Beach. Right now, that looks like Trois Rivières in lane number 5, having a great race. In fact, it looks like 5 and 7, Trois Rivières, and Trois Rivières, first 2 across the line at the 200-meter mark. This is Senior Women's K2, 500 meters, heat number 1. In lane 6, that's Burloak. And Mackenzie from Trois Rivières. Looking good. It's 5, 7, and 6 right now. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest times, so grabbing that second spot will be important. It is Trois Rivières, lane 5. We'll grab that first spot. A bit of a push here at the end, folks. It looks like Trois Rivières will get it just ahead of Burloak in lane 6, and that's lane 2 right now coming across Orenda, O'Connell, and Peddle. Again, Senior Women's K2, 2 life jackets in that boat there, folks, and boat number 3 from Rito, great to see. Also out there in lane 8, Balmy Beach, Sydney Doidge, and Grace Rocket, great race. All right, folks. We have a lost backpack from yesterday. It's in the Sask Energy tent. A lost backpack from yesterday. If you can identify it, it is in the Sask Energy tent. Again, a lost backpack that was lost yesterday has been found. It is in the Sask Energy tent in the lost and found area. All right, we are getting ready for heat number 2 of the live stream. Let us know where you're watching from. It's fun to watch. Love seeing all the engagement that we do have online with our folks watching the CKC web stream. Ellen tuning in, East Coast Paddler, John Hoffman from Thailand. Katie Orr, we see you. But if you are out there watching us on the live stream, let us know where you're watching from. It's great to see, of course, the CKC YouTube channel being broadcast live across Canada, coast to coast, and around the world. And we're also being shown live on Hungary television, CKTV. That is Canoe Kayak Television Hungary, the most popular station in Hungary. 24/7, Canoe Kayak all the time. You can find it at channel 1. We've got to start the heat number 2, 10:38 race, 3:05. 8 boats in this race. Trois-Rivières, lane 2. Marie-Félix Cochain and Liane Gilbert, lane 3, Trois-Rivières. And Catherine Lavallée-Latour and Alexandre Morin. Lane 4, Micmac, Jane Gergelis and Grace Webby. Lane 5, Mississauga, Aaron Demopoulos and Kirpa Dillon. Lane 6, Falls Creek, Elisa Robson Brown and Tiffany Yao. Lane 7, Masqua, Sam Morse and Morgan Pugh Toole. And in lane 8, Pointe-Claire and Pascal Labbé and Emily Verano. And right now that looks like Micmac, Gergelis and Webby having a great race. Also out there in lane 7, Masqua. Lane 6, False Creek. At the line at 200, it is right now. It is Webby and Gergelis from Micmac, looking strong. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest times will move forward. And Mississauga, Demopoulos and Dillon from Missy, trying to make it into that final. And right now it is Micmac, Webby and Gergelis, lane 4. Lane 4, Micmac battle for that second spot. We can hear the Demopoulos fans on the shore cheering them on. Look at this, folks. Battle for that second spot. Who's it going to be to get that advancement into the final? It's tight here. It's going to be 7. Lane 7, that is Masqua, Sam Morris, Morgan Pugh Toole. Looked like Mississauga, Demopoulos, and Dillon. Sorry, Kirpa Dillon, of course. In boat number 5, it looked like in 3rd place. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on to the final. We need 3, 5, and 7 to boat control, please. 3, 5, and 7 to boat control. Check the CKC web app for the results. Top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on to the final. Senior Women's K2 500 meters. And right now we're going on to heat number 3. Lane 2, Balmy Beach, Ellen Ferguson and Olivia Petrov. Lane 3, Balmy Beach, Carolyn Cook and Stephanie Draycott. Lane 4, Ottawa, Sierra Fallis and Jen LeBay. Lane 5, Ridge, Cassidy McPherson and Tessa Nagai. Lane 6, Chima, Katie Laird and Laura McKinnon. Lane 7, Rito, Heather McIntosh and Trina Poots. And then Lane 7, Pointe-Claire, Paige Ellison and Anna Benedict Mbongo. Just looking at, I know Sierra Fallis, a younger kayaker from Ottawa River. Cassidy McPherson, an up-and-coming kayak star from Ridge. She's a U16. Jen LeBay, one of the veteran kayakers from Eastern Ontario District. Of course, Katie Laird, national team member. Anna Benedict Mbongo from Pointe-Claire has been racing for a number of years at U18 level. So a real range, folks, in this 3rd heat in the Senior Women's K2 500 meters coming up. And just a reminder, as we get ready for this race to start, junior and senior tickets are available for the dances tonight. Junior and senior dance tickets are available in the Sask Energy tent. If you're a senior, obviously, you need to bring your ID for the event this evening. If you've ordered online, you can pick up your tickets at the Sask Energy tent. Sure, we do have to have club chaperones at the event this afternoon or this evening. Should be a lot of fun. The junior and senior dances, always a highlight of the CKC National Championships. In fact, if you're going, let us know. And we're following the live stream. See that we've got some, you know you're good when you're, in fact, your siblings are tuning in to simply listen to you announce. We've got Fonthill, Ontario, cheering on Rideau and South Niagara. Ellen's watching from Vancouver, cheering on False Creek. False Creek's had a fantastic regatta, and have to say, I think all of us are from Eastern Canada. It's great to see. False Creek, Nelson has had some great. Looking at the representation that we have had from our Vancouver and BC crews has been one of the highlights, certainly, of this regatta. And we do hope they make the trip out east next year for the 2020 Nationals. We do have a start to heat number 3. All right, now looks like that is lane 6, Chima. And again, Chima and the Atlantic Canada boats have been solid throughout this regatta, and the crew boats reflects the ability that they can race each weekend and take each other on head on. So you're seeing that here at the National Championships with consistently boats in the lead spots from Atlantic Canada. And right now, no exception. It looks like it is lane 6. That's Chima having a great race. In lane 5, looks to be Ridge. Another one of those smaller BC clubs having a great showing here at National Championships. Ellison and Benedictine Bongo from Point Claire out there in lane 8 also in great position right now as we're following this one coming down the course. It will be first through is Chima in lane 6. 200-meter mark as they're left to go again. Top 2 and the 3 fastest times will move on to the finals. This is the women's K2 500-meter race. Right now, that is Laird and McKinnon. A battle here for third right now, folks. 5, 4, and 3 also looking good. That is Ridge, Ottawa, and Balmy Beach all battling to get again. Top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on. Nice race from Ottawa River here, folks. As Chima comes across the line, they will win this. Point Claire will grab second, but the great work here from Sierra Fallis and Jen LeBay from Ottawa River. They're going to grab that third spot. It might be enough. Might be enough to get them into the final. Well done, Sierra Fallis, one of our younger paddlers. You see paddler, great work from Sierra from one of our smaller clubs here, Ottawa River. Excellent race. And in lane 7 right now, that's Rito coming across the line. And we will need 2, 5, and 8 to boat control, please. 2, 5, and 8 to boat control. Do you have the next batch of sheets coming up for the races? I've got the C4s and that's it right now. Yeah, I realize that. That's why I wanted to make sure. All right, folks, we are getting ready. This is the U16 men's C4, 1,000 meters. Turn your attention all the way down the course. Spread out, so that's when you try and get the top 3 or 4 boats as they come across. It's going to be a challenge because you don't know in the heats. So just like in the finals, you know 4, 5, 6 is probably where you want to plan. 1,000 meters, you don't know that in this one, but so good luck on this. This is a little trickier on these ones. All right, folks, we are getting ready for our 10:48 race. As we watch right now, we've got 120 people from across Canada right now watching. We've got the Bradleys, no surprise there, cheering from Fonthill, Ontario. Willabed from Quebec City watching. And, you know, I haven't said this yet, but we've got, coming up, 3 heats, 8, 15, 22 boats. The U16, 22, 4, 88, 88 young canoers from across Canada in these next three races. The U16 men's C4, 1,000 meters. They're racing for the Dawn Trophy. And I'm going to put this out there right now, but this is going to be the second most exciting race of the day, folks. Second most exciting race of the day. And you will, as we announce this, you will know. Lane 1, we have Balmy Beach. Lane 2, Carleton Place. Alex Barkle, Max Hong, Anik Marchaldon, and Gavin Redwood Wheeler. Lane 3, the home course, Wescana, Finn Graham King, Nicholas Lahi, Matthias Marcotte, and Thomas Patterson. Lane 4 from Rito, Matthew Cobden, Kieran Graham, Peter Bradley, and Stuart Bradley. Absolutely no relationship whatsoever to your announcer, folks. Lac Beauport, Lane 5, Henrik Dion, Victor Hardy, Louis-Philippe Moreau, and Roman Planto. Lane 6, Burloak, Cormac Adams, Thomas Bremerman, Nathan Norristrack, and Lucas Williams. Lane 7, Masqua, Seamus Cote-Moss, Matthew Koch, Keegan McPhail, Zach Wincy. And in Lane 8, Calgary, Brighton Christensen, Michael Lundy, Cale Zooks, and Maxim Zabarka. And should be a lot of exciting folks. I know all these boys are excited about this race. It's a big one for all of our U16 junior boys canoers, and should be a lot of fun to watch as these guys come down the course. It is Rito right now in Lane 4, looks to be doing well, and 5 also having a good race. That is Lac Beauport. 4 and 5, 6 also having a good race. Burloak did well in this race, folks, at Ontario Championships. Right now it looks like 4, 5, and 6 in the lead as they are at about the 600-meter mark down the course. Let's hear the cheering. I'm not hearing the cheering. I think a lot of the mums here were at the Loverboy concert last night. That's why it's quiet here on the deck. I hear the laughs. It means it's true. A lot of them lost their voices cheering on Mike Reno as he was working for the weekend. Loverboy playing in the park right across, and it was followed by Burton Cummings, of course, two of Canada's biggest rock and roll stars. When you think big rock and roll stars, you think Burton Cummings, Shawn Mendes, and Mike Reno. And right now it looks like we've got Rito in 4 and in Lane 6. That is Burloak. 1,000 meters, folks. Heck of a long race. Burloak and Rito in the top 2 spots right now. 1,000 meters. Should be a lot of fun. If you are watching online, let us know who you're cheering for. Again, no surprise, up now to about 130 viewers. It's exciting. We've got a lot of young men coming up. 88 young canoers from across Canada racing in this race. And as they get to about the 400-meter mark, it looks like Rito right now in that number 1 spot in Lane 4. Lane 6 is... There's some noise. Let's hear it. Burloak in lane number 6. And they're being pushed by Lac Beauport, Henrik Dion, Victor Hardy, Louis-Philippe Moreau, and Romain Planton, also having a good race. All right, let's hear it. Cheer these young lads on as they come down the course, folks. Out there, I'm going to call the other ones. It looks right. 8 and lane number 2, that's Carleton Place, having a good race. Again, 3 heats, so the top 2 and the 3 fastest times will move on to the final. The top 2 and the 3 fastest times from these 3 heats will move on to the final. And as they come up to the 200-meter mark, it looks like it will be at 200 meters. It will be Rito first through. And about a boat back, that is Burloak still hanging strong, folks, in that second spot. Lac Beauport just staying inside the wash of those boats in 4 and 6. Having a good race. Might be enough to get them through as well, folks. Out there in right now are in 4th spot. It looks like it is lane number 8. That's Calgary. And in lane 5th spot right now in lane 2 is Carleton Place. In that red and white canoe and the red and white paddles. 6th place right now looks to be in lane 3. That's Wescana. But it will be Rito right now, folks, looking strong. Coming through in the second most exciting race of the day so far. It will be Rito in lane 4. And right now, it is Burloak in lane 6. They'll grab that second spot. Big splash here, Lac-Beauport Paul, and a big finish. They'll grab third. Should be enough for Lac-Beauport Paul. A strong race there from them to make it to the final. And right now, lane number 7, that's Masqua, Cote Moss, Coke, McPhail, and Wincy coming across in 4th place. They'll have to see if they move it on. Pretty solid race, though, from the folks from Masqua. Right now, we've got in lane 2, Carleton Place. Lane 1, Balmy Beach coming across. Well done, Balmy. And in lane number 3, and in lane 3, Wascana. Love to see all the noise out here in the dock. Cheering on our paddlers as they're coming down the course. And we'll go back up to the 1,000-meter mark. Watch on the live stream. Great job here from our videographer, folks, trying to cover these races. Not easy to have. Right now, we don't have the drone up yet. Catherine LeBlanc cheering on that second place for Masqua. Sorry, for that second place finish for Burloak. She's watching. Helen Phillipe watching from Brighton, Ontario. Pony Pone, McMasterville, Quebec, I suspect was cheering on that Lac-Beauport crew. Finished third. We'll have to watch and see where these racers end up. But it did look like Lac-Beauport had a strong third-place finish. Might be enough for them to get through to the finals. We would encourage you to check the CKC app, and all results will be posted there. And we look down the course for again, 88 young paddlers in this race from across Canada, and not around the world, just from across Canada. And we have in lane 2 from Bannock, Brendan Canning, Samuel Damour, Devon Joy, and Evan Ring. Lane 3, Ottawa, Colin Drain, Ethan Page, Vishwa Prabhu, and Stefan Zafew. Lane 4, Sonobe. I tell you, Sonobe, I'm right on this. Sonobe, I think all the mums were at Loverboy last night. They're not bringing it like they have, or they're doing something, because it's not quite the same Sonobe energy today. I don't know what happened last night with Sonobe in Regina. Jay Paliwal, Evan Tom, Robert Walsh, and Matthew Zink. Lane 5, Calgary, always a loud cheer from the deck. Nikita Cuden, Quinlan Kane, Michael Lundy, and Willem Naffin. Lane 6, Orenda, Ethan Firth, Austin Gallio, Jacob O'Connell, and Braden Reinhardt. Lane 7, Pointe-Claire, Oliver Thomas. And in lane 8, Mississauga, Jake LaFontaine, John Mollard, Andre Roca, and Mark Vucina. Strong canoe program from Mississauga right now, folks, in the U16, so they'll be one to watch in this race and in the next heat as well. They finished silver at the Ontario Championships. Got fans up here watching Ottawa River. Great to see them doing well. Of course, no interest from L.A. Schmidt as she looks over my shoulder and the race has come down the course. Ottawa River, you interested in Ottawa River for some reason, L.A.? I'm having a one-way conversation with L.A. Schmidt. L.A. Schmidt, of course, the founder of the Ottawa River Canoe Club. Great to see some great showing so far today. Sierra Falls and Jen LeBay, an earlier race, I think should be on to the finals there. They did well. And we do have a start right about the 7:50 mark. And if you're looking, I'm looking right now, it looks to me like we've got Bannock, Ottawa, Sonobe, Calgary, Orenda. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like lane 7, that's Pointe-Claire out there. I don't see actually... looks like we're down a boat right now, folks, in this one. I think so. That's lane 8. I'm not sure if Pointe-Claire started in this race. Looks to be, again, they're about the 600-meter mark. And, folks, this is a fantastic race. One to watch. Again, top 2 and 3 fastest times will move on. Sonobe, I know you love it when you hear your name. You're like a little puppy. Lane 4, Sonobe right now looks like at the 500-meter mark. They're first through, and looks like lane 6. That is Orenda, Firth, Galliard, O'Connell, and Reinhardt. Second through at the 500-meter mark. 4, 6, and 2 close to call in third spot. 5, 3, and 2 all up there. And again, 1,000-meter race, so a lot can happen as we come through over the course of this race. And a big one for these young men, because a lot of them are also racing war canoes today. So some of these boys are going to be racing at least 2 kilometers plus another 500, 2.5 kilometers, 3 kilometers full out. So fun to watch. And right now, 6, 4, and 2, it looks what it is right now across the board. That's 6, Orenda. 4, Sonobe. 2 is Bannock. It looks like 6, 4, and 2. 6 and 4 look to be in those 1 and 2 spots. Bannock a little bit behind as we're scoring it here from the announcer's tower high above Lake Wisconsin. 1,000 meters. They've got about 250 meters to go. 3/4 of the way down the course and still really too close to call. We'll get a better sense here when they hit those 200-meter white buoys. It looks like 6. Looks like Orenda might just be grabbing a bit of a lead here, folks. Orenda, great showing from them. Ethan Firth, Austin Galliard, Jacob O'Connell, and Braden Reinhardt. And they will be, yes, first to the 200-meter mark. 200 meters to go. Orenda. Nice job by Orenda, folks. Well done. That is Sonobe in lane 4 in the second spot right now. And across the board, Mississauga out there. It is Mississauga in lane 5, Calgary, and in lane 1, Bannock. We've got one down, unfortunately. That's Ottawa is tipped. Right now, 6, Orenda. They're rocking that boat, folks. They're rocking the boat. They're shaking the lake. Orenda, look at the water coming over the top of the bow there, folks. Lane 6 is Orenda. Lane 4, Sonobe is going to come through as well. And we've got a battle 2, 5, and 8. It is right now. Orenda, nice job by Orenda. Stay up there, guys. Stay up. We got a rescue boat already out. Orenda, Sonobe, and in lane 2, that's going to be Bannock is going to grab that third spot. And then we've got lane 5 right now. Lane 5 was Calgary, and lane 8, Mississauga. That's the younger Mississauga crew. And again, top 2 and the 3 fastest times will move on. So what we do know, Orenda and Sonobe will move on to the final. We'll have to see there on that Bannock boat in lane. Again, check the CKC app. We've got Ottawa River down there right now. We're getting a rescue from them. Folks, a big chance, a big handout for all of our boat officials out there today. Of course, driving a safety boat at Nationals means you're eligible to potentially drive a safety boat at the World Championships and maybe one day the Olympics. So great to see everyone out there volunteering on their way to maybe making the Olympics as a safety boat driver. I know that's an ambition for many of our safety boat drivers across the country. And just we'll take a couple of minutes to get this one cleared up as we get ready for our third heat in the U16 men's C4, 1,000 meters. And they are racing, of course, for the Dawn Trophy, or the Dawn Cup. And is there a sport with greater trophies than canoe kayak? Honestly, some fantastic trophies that we've seen over there. A big congrats to Sonobe yesterday, who won the legendary The Black Cup. I'm only saying that because Sonobe's right below me here in the announcer's tower. Up on their tires. If folks are watching, there was a start to Heat 3, and it was recalled, so there was a bit of a start to Heat number 3, and they didn't see that we missed the safety boat. It wasn't off the course yet. Again, trying to keep these races on time So if you were looking down the course and did see it, there was a start to Heat 3. They've been recalled. They didn't go far. It was just a start and a stop. So this is where we are at right now, waiting for Heat number 3. And we've got, as they get lined back up, we're still waiting to get this Ottawa River Canoe off the course. And if you are out there watching or listening on the live stream, let us know. It's fun to see how many people are out there watching. Oh, we've got Helen Phillipe. And she is right now, she's in a car. She's cheering on Mississauga. Molly Rusnick-Short cheering on Evan Tom. Katharina Kaiser cheering on Sonobe. Ron Gray watching from Abbotsford, BC. Again, Ron saying, thank you for the informative commentary. I know, Ron, a lot of people this week have been commenting on the excellent announcing. You're not the only person who appreciates just how good the announcing is here at the 2019 CKC Regatta. Having lots of fun up here, folks. We do, although it is helpful, and we know who's watching, we make sure we are trying to call the boat so you can watch. It's tough to keep when you've got 9 boats coming across. To keep all of them on the camera at one time. Hopefully we will have this afternoon, have the drone back up in the sky. Mark Sampson cheering on Mississauga. Again, Helen Phillipe, she's saying she's in a car driving. Oh, she's a passenger in the car. Firstly, she can't be here in Regina. A few folks we've talked to, there is a mom or a dad on site here and another parent getting their kids off to school this weekend and watching along. As we get that boat cleared off the course, we are going to get ready to announce Heat number 3. Quite potentially the most exciting races of the day, the U16 men's C4 1,000 meter Heat number 3. We have in lane number 2, Cascade, Adrian Ball, Ivan Jensen, Wynn Murray, and Ty Whitehouse. Lane 3, Otterburn, Emile Bouvier, Claudel Klein, David LeBlanc, and Nicolas Steinel. Lane 4, Mr. Lane 5, False Creek, Danilo Corsi, Kenjiro McMartin, Landon McQuarrie, and Quinn Thompson. Lane 6, Saskatoon, Milo Granger, Dominic Tarasov, Logan Taylor, and Ezekiel Topping. Lane 7, Mississauga, Jack Chambers, Jacob Cummings, Graham Grant, and Sean Walker. And in Lane 8, Calgary, Sean Allen, Van Holman, Eric Shearer, and Eric Windsor. Folks, we've got 12 Mississauga paddlers for these last 2 heats. The one to watch will be Lane 4 for Mississauga. Zach Kralik, LaFontaine, Sampson, and Stringer. They've picked up the silver medal at the Ontario Championships. 1,000 meters, U16. Ralph Page right now, he's in Waterloo. He was cheering on his grandson Ethan. Unfortunately, they tipped there, folks, in that last race. They're off the river now. They're all fine. They're doing well. We've got Ellen cheering on False Creek. And she is cheering from Vancouver, which makes a lot of sense because that's where False Creek is. And great to see just representation from all of our BC crews, Ridge, Nanaimo, False Creek, here at National Championships. Pretty tough to call at the 750 mark. It looks like lane 4. Not a surprise. Mississauga out in front right now. And pretty even across the board behind that. 2 looks to be there. 3, 5. And out there in lane number 7, that's that's Mississauga again as well. Looks like they're having a great race. And it will be one to watch in the future, folks. Mississauga at the U14s All Ontario's, they had the top 7 canoers, so doing some great things with the Mississauga canoe program. We'll watch them in the years ahead. But right now it does look like lane 3 looking strong as well, folks. That is Otterburn. They're hanging up there. Looks to be 3. If we're calling it, I would say it's 4, 3, and then too close to call for that third spot. It'll be 2 or 6 right now is out there in that third spot. That is at 500, lane 4, first across the board. Lane 3 and lane 5 hanging in. Lane 3 is Otterburn. Lane 5, False Creek. They're hanging there as well, as is Cascade. We know we've got some Cascade fans down here. I can see them down here on the dock cheering them on. Of course, Ivan Jensen there in the Cascade canoe. He inspired his sister to take up the sport as well, we understand. And right now, folks, it looks like lane 4, Mississauga, still holding tight. It is 4-3, and it looks like 2 right now is holding on to grabbing that third spot. 3 heats, top 2, and the 3 fastest times will move on. So do check the CKC app for official results. It'll be fun to see what these Canada geese do here at the 200-meter mark. They're checking out the race. They wanted to get a close view. And right now that is lane 4, Mississauga. They've got the lead. Lane 3, Otterburn, having a good race as well. And lane 2, Cascade. There will be a race, folks, I think, for that guaranteed second spot in the final. Mississauga through on the first at the 200-meter mark. Second place, it will be Otterburn. They're in second right now. Cascade in third. And in lane 5, Calgary also False Creek having a great race as well. Mississauga. They've got their horses in the back, folks. Right there, Mississauga. Otterburn in second right now. Cascade and False Creek in lanes 2 and 5. We know we've got some False Creek fans cheering them on back online, watching the live stream. And again, no guarantee as to what the finals will be. Top 2 will move on in the 3 fastest times. Looks like a pretty quick heat. Third place might be able to do it and grab a spot in the final. It will be Mississauga looking good and coming through. Otterburn, nice job from that Otterburn crew. They will grab that guaranteed second spot. Cascade with a push also from Quebec region. They will finish third, and it is in lane 5. False Creek will be fourth. Again, we'll have to see. Might be enough for False Creek to get through to the finals. We'll have to check it. We'll go to times. Lane 7, that's Mississauga. 12 boys from Mississauga, folks, in these races. Well done. Lane 6. Saskatoon, folks. Well done, Saskatoon. Great job, guys, coming through. Fighting the wash and coming through 1,000 meters. Not an easy race. And out there in lane 8, that's Calgary. Sean Allen, Van Holman, Eric Shearer, and Eric Windsor. They're tucking in. And just a reminder, we are going to be doing CKC is holding a ceremony here, folks, at 11:30, right here on the dock to recognize our national team athletes at the senior and junior level. So if you are here, folks, and can take the time to stick around and support our national team athletes for the ceremony, recognizing our national athletes here at CKC National Championships. And folks, that is, just to reconfirm, that is an end to our morning races. My apologies. Again, lunch break. We are back at 12:30. We've got a couple of announcements to make, so just hold tight, folks, before we head off. We need Mathieu Pelletier at Trois-Rivières to the tower, please. Mathieu Pelletier from Trois-Rivières to the tower, please. Folks, it's 11 o'clock. We are back on. We've got our ceremony to recognize our athletes, our national team athletes. It will happen here in front of the tower at 11:30. So in 30 minutes, we would ask if you are around to come back and recognize our national team athletes. And our races do resume this afternoon. We will resume at 12:30, day 5. Again, our first race will be the U16 men's war canoe. It starts at 12:30. It will also be one of the most exciting races. Lake Wascana. It is the 2019 CKC Sprint National Championships. We're back in 90 minutes with the men's U16 war canoe.